Okay, so hello guys. Today we'll be talking about prompting as programming, a mental model. Okay, so most people think prompting is talking to AI. Okay, so that's a mistake. Prompting is programming in a natural language. You will get my point. You are not chatting, you are writing instructions for a reasoning engine. You are chatting with AI or chat GPT, so you are just writing instructions to a reasoning engine. That is a reasoning engine. Okay, so once you see prompts as programs, everything becomes clearer. Okay, so the core idea here is in normal programming, uh, we uh, we write code for the to the control behavior. Okay, so in AI we write prompts to control reasoning. So bad code produce bugs, but bad prompts produce hallucinations. It can generate false outputs. Okay, so this is the same principle. Okay, so the prompt is equals to program model. So every good prompt has five components. If one is missing, output quality definitely drops. So the first is role. Role is who is thinking. You have to give context to the AI that who are you as a thinker. So in programming, you define the environment. In prompting, you define the thinker. For example, act as a senior product manager, act as a content writer. So you can give context to the AI, who are you, and accordingly, what do you have to think? This sets the depth. This sets the language AI has to use. This gives the assumptions to the AI. So if there is no rule, the perspective will be completely random. Okay. So second is input. What data is available? Programs fail without inputs. AI fails without context. You have to give the context, the data. If something available on the internet, if you have something, so you have to give the background information. For example, you can write here is the background information, and or you have to think like that. So never assume the model knows your situation. You have to explain your situation. So if the input is garbage, the output will definitely the garbage. Okay, so third is logic. You have to give the clear logic. You have to tell the AI that how should it think. This is the most ignored part. So most people tell AI what to do, not how to think. You have to give the context on how to think. For example, break the problem into steps, analyze trade offs, then conclude, then something, then do this, and or you have to you can just give a simple framework. You have to give context on the logic. This is equivalent to writing logic flow. Without logic, AI would definitely take the gases. Okay, so you have to give the logic. Now, fourth is constraint. You have to give the limits to the AI. So, what are the limits? Constraints reduce error, definitely. Okay, so in programming, constraints prevent crashes. In prompting, they prevent nonsense. Example, you have to give the word limits. Okay, so you can give the word limits. You you can give the format. You can give the format how you have to give the output. You can give the format rules or assumptions to avoid everything. So do not use jargons, avoid generic advice. Okay, so this is the constraint. Now we will talk about the output. Okay, so what should be returned in the end? Program needs return types. Prompts needs output format. In what format do you want the output? For example, return a table with three columns or return in a report form. So you have to give the context on the output format. There is no output spec, the result will be unpredictable. Okay, so you have to give the output format. Now, putting it all together, we can take some examples. What are bad prompts? Okay, so for example, you just say explain AI. So this is very bad prompt. There is no role, there is no input, there is no logic, there is no constraint. It will just generate a very random very random definitions and things that you don't connect with it. So good prompts here, like, act as a technology educator, explain artificial intelligence to a non-technical audience, break the explanation into three sections: what it is, how it works, and why it matters. Use simple language, avoid jargon, and keep it under 200 words, and with one real world examples. So you are giving every context. You are giving the role, you are giving the input, logic, constraints, output format, everything. So this will definitely give you the output that you will definitely like. Okay, so if you want better AI output, don't talk better, think better, and just remember the components the AI like. Prompting is programming for the mind. Once you learn to write clear instructions, AI becomes a tool, not a toy. Think about this. And this is in depth.